always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here's the handoff. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that...
Intercepted, and the first drive into the pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Steps away. Might have led him a little too far. Make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
It's second down.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Scrambling away. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Making side adjustments here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Snagged in the middle. Extended. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to throw on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Looking for more room. Touchdown, hard throw. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Oh, he missed it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quickly complete. There he goes. Gets away from one, finds room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man to the left. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the gun, running back on the move. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered Double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Horned Frogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll go to the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Direct snap. Creates a little room. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Fires to the tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside of the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first.
Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
To the air on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Wants to throw on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hauls it in. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give out of the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with a...
Turning it on! Lowers those pads. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And I think there's so many guys that think they can outrun guys and make plays, and sometimes you got to realize when a play's over and just get north-south, but QB's trying to outrun guys. The defense does a great job staying exactly where they're supposed to be, playing discipline, and getting the huge loss and the huge stop.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Catch inside the 25. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the 1st half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hokies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half on the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He rifles one deep to the left. It's caught downfield. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got him. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Power football with the run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
The Horned Frogs have taken it inside the 20. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll run it from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Hokies will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here. Only called on one time in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll go to the toss. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. This one's complete. On the move is the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hard Rock! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Bates the grab on the left. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. Second inches, you still got a third down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better third down situation.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Swings it out to his running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Bully ball on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback making checks. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, TCU! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 21 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to run. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Horned Frog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the bounce.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wideout. It's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, and we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Final play of the game right here. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Handoff to the single running back. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, TCU.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the final total. That could be important to some if you like games of chance, but they're still coming up well short, and this is how this one comes to an end. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.